Hi, everybody. Monarch Oracle here with your daily pick a card reading for August the 6th, 2022. Today I am using a new tarot deck. It is called the Transient Light Tarot by Ari Wisner. It is a new release from Hay House. It is a lovely deck, very easy to fit into your hands. It's like long and narrow, so easy to shuffle with. It is based on the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, so this is a great deck to start out with if you're learning the Tarot. The images are very easy to decipher. It's got a really small book, explanation book that's actually very clear to read. I totally agree with where the author is going with his interpretations. And best of all, it's gender neutral, which in 2022 is really important when you're doing readings. You have no idea how many times I do a reading for myself or for others where I have to explain that the Queen of Cups can be either male or female. Just because it's a queen in the court cards doesn't mean it has to be a woman, doesn't mean it has to be a fair woman, blonde hair, blue eyes, etc. So to have a gender neutral tarot deck where you don't have to talk about all of that is amazing. So I'm going to do my daily pick a card readings for today and tomorrow using this deck. And because I've noticed that no one really is watching the weekly and midweek tarot readings, I'm actually going to omit them, continue with the daily pick a card readings, but just integrate tarot as one of the decks that I rotate out. Okay, so that's how I'm going to do it. I truly love the tarot, but I think that most people are really more into daily pick a card readings. I know I am, so I get it. So I will focus on those readings rather than weekly readings and midweek readings. But I will always bring my tarot decks back into the mix because I've got to do tarot. I just can't not do tarot. Okay, so today we've got the 3 piles. We're going to start with our quick meditation. Go ahead and close your eyes. Clear your mind of any chatter, any clutter, any negative thinking, any thoughts of the day, things that aggravated you. Just get it out of your mind. Or if you're starting the day, things that you wake up thinking about. All right. Once that's clear, go ahead and think of a question or a topic you would like covered today in the daily pick a card reading. And once you have that, go ahead and open up your eyes and pick from one of the 3 piles. So this is Tumbled Jade. This is a pink sandstone heart. And believe it or not, I figured out what this stone was. It's bloodstone, guys. So jade, sandstone, or bloodstone. Okay, so let us get started. I'm going to shake it up again. I'm going to start with the farthest pile and move closer. So if you chose the bloodstone, your cards are, and I have shuffled this deck as best I can, but it's still a new deck. So let's see what shows up. And actually, you got 3 cards. The Tower, the Star, and the Sun reversed, but I'm going to make it upright. And like I said, it's new, so the Major Arcana still kind of wants to stay together right now. But that's fine. This is your pile, so this is what needed to appear for you guys. Pile bloodstone. So the Tower, chaos. All hell breaking loose. Most of the time this is a negative thing, but sometimes it is positive. Sometimes the Tower has to happen. There's so much pressure building and nowhere to release it to. So that is when a Tower situation comes up. I can truly relate to this because if you watch my channel, I live in Southern Oregon at the Northern California border. It's about 30 miles south of me, and there is this humongous fire that is making the national news, so everyone should know about it. And it was a pressure cooker this week. The fire is still out of control, but the weather did turn. But the first couple of days, nobody knew what was happening, and we all just kind of emotionally had tower moments because it's so uh, heavily wooded in this area, and it's heavily wooded for probably 100 miles in any direction that you go in. That when there is a mega fire around, there's nowhere to run, and you feel really stuck, which is the pressure cooker. And so the tower moment, I had a tower moment this week because I emotionally just couldn't take it anymore, and I just really kind of had a panic attack and cried and let it all out. So sometimes a tower moment is what is absolutely necessary. So if you have your tower moment, the aftermath of it is actually realizing how you are so connected to the divine, that your spiritual team, whoever that is, has always got your back, whether you know it or not. They do. And at times like this, you're just in survival mode, so you're not even thinking about your spiritual side. You're not even thinking about how your guardian angels and divine source and ancestors are really rooting for you and really trying to help you as best they can from the other side or from heaven. So when you have a tower moment, the aftermath is realizing that you are not as alone as you think you are. Even if you're physically alone, you still have your spiritual team around you. And that is enlightenment. That makes us realize that there are forces of good surrounding us. And I know this sounds really, really silly. I'm sorry, but it's what's going through my head. The sun will come out tomorrow. You will reconnect with this side of yourself, the very positive side of yourself, the childlike innocence that you started with, that we all start with. So it's still there, even when it's hidden at times like this. Okay, Bloodstone Pile, that's a very heavy message, but that is your message for today. If you chose the Pink Sandstone Pile, you too got 3 cards because 2 of them stuck together and they're still sticking together. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, you know what? I'm wrong, guys. It's really just 2. There you go. New deck. The Proclaimer, which is the Hierophant with my favorite animal, the elephant, and Death, and Death reversed. But I'm going to put it upright because we'll talk about it reversed and upright. So, the Hierophant. The Hierophant is institutions, like government institutions, institutions of marriage, such as marriage, religious institutions. The Hierophant is the Pope. But in this particular deck, since it's more gender neutral, the artist decided to put the elephant there, which I think really makes this card a lot more gentle. I mean, there's the keys there. That's part of the old Rider-Waite deck of the Hierophant. That's the tradition, knowledge, rules that need to be followed. But at the same time, we've got an elephant here, and the elephant has incredible memory, wisdom, compassion, empathy. And when the trunk is raised up, it means that they're happy. It means that they're moving forward. So this is a great card to get next to the Death card, I think. So the Death card is transformation. It is hardly ever connected to a physical death, although it can be if you're asking a very specific question about illness or things like that. But normally it's about transformation. It's about ending one part of your life and opening up the door to a new part of your life. What's really interesting is you've got the pillars here and you've got the pillars here. And in the Hierophant, you've got this knowledge book. It's the Book of Rules. But here you can look at it as the sunrise or the full moon, however you want to look at it, because it's a black and white deck, so you can project which celestial body you would like that to be. The Death card was reversed, and I actually am going to read it reversed. It means that there is some sort of an obstacle in starting this new path. The Hierophant is saying, yes, there are rules, but then look at the trunk. The trunk is raised up for movement and happiness. There are some rays of light here around the book, and it's facing death. So it's facing transformation. So what is it that you're hesitating on in terms of transformation? Think about what it is and why you're hesitating, and then try to figure out what your next step is going to be. Okay, sandstone pile? All right. And lastly, we have the jade pile. And we have, oh my, the Three of Swords and the Defender. The Defender is the Emperor, but again, this is a gender-neutral deck, so there's no masculine energy like the Rider-Waite deck has. It's like the Emperor is like this very heavy archetypal masculine energy. And here it's more about being the protector, the defender. So I like that. But the Three of Swords is about sorrow and loss. But kind of going back to the last pile, it's also about transformation, because isn't that the story of the butterfly? The butterfly transforms from the caterpillar to the butterfly. Its beauty is immense. It's connected to spirit, but it doesn't last very long as a butterfly. It doesn't live many days, but they're beautiful days. There's such lightness of spirit with the butterfly. Sorry, I have a scratchy throat today. So in the sorrow, there is transformation. There is beauty. Sometimes you have to give everything up and let go of everything in order to see the beauty of the situation. That's what this card is talking about. And it's saying that you are protected. That's what the Defender is all about. Again, there's kind of these pillars and these rays. So there is a path, and the path is one where you will be protected. You will have your spiritual team, if no one else, there to defend you. Okay, Pile 1? These are very, very intense readings today. I don't know if it's the deck or the energies or me. Don't know, but that's what I've got for you today. So comment, subscribe, like, and share this channel with others. Okay? Talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.